Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're gonna get ready together and I'll be using the Born This Way palette from Urban Decay that looks something like this. This is actually kind of in keeping with what I told you on my previous blog post, which is basically that I am trying to give some love to what I already have in my collection, because God knows I have a lot of things. So I'm trying to explore it a bit more and to actually enjoy it a bit more. So this is kind of like in keeping as well with the one day, one palette, one look kind of idea that I expressed in that blog post. Without further ado, we're gonna get started. I already have my foundation, which is just the exact one I had in my previous video, which is the Teint Idole Ultra Wear, and I have the color 01, I believe. Yes, that's it. And I set it up and I protected the under eye with the RCMA no color powder as well. So the brush I used to do that, like I applied the foundation with the Beauty Blender and I used the S103 from Hakuhodo to apply the powder. What else do I have to tell you? Oh yeah, on the under eye as well as in this particular area here, I used so the under eye I used a Radiant Creamy Concealer and then the soft matte one on the cheeks, because I still have quite a lot of texture and reaction going on there from the summer months of eating not so healthy. So I'm gonna start the look by using Riff, which is this kind of like brownie color over here. I'm using a very old eyes brush from Dior, which is basically just a fluffy brush. So anything you have that is fluffy and that helps you apply the eyeshadow like in a light way in the crease, go ahead and use that. So picking up some more, like I'm not being precious about it, I'm just going very quickly on the in the outer corner like that, really simple. Oh, okay, oh right, that's better. It looks like I didn't actually pick up enough shadow the first time around. Oh, I think I completely forgot to tell you guys that the only thing that is kind of special about today's video is that the day I'm doing the video, like the day I'm filming this, is my actual birthday. So, ta-da! That's kind of my birthday look for you guys. Not that it has anything special, but you know. Where is... Oh, there you go. I was looking for my S142 from Hakuhodo just because it's smaller. There you go. So I picked up that exact same Riff color and I'm just going back in with a tiny bit more color and blending that out. There you go. Hopla. So now I'm going to be using Baja, which is this kind of terracotta color in the inner corner as well. I'm just not bringing it up as much, I'm keeping it lower. And again, same thing, just windshield movements and then kind of wiggling the brush around to make sure that the color gets, you know, placed into your lid. There you go. Oh, picking up, but there you go. Now, hop. So not really fussy. Again, just make sure that based on the product that you're using, if you're not using that exact same palette, based on how much pigment your palette has or your product has, just make sure that you basically stipple it first so it kind of like adheres to the eyelid, and then you basically just move around the product by taking over some of the pressure that you used to put it here to start with, and that's it. Oh, okay. Right. So right now, I don't know. Should I go bold? Should I go... I think I'm gonna stay really classic on the top of the eyelid. So I'm gonna be using Blaze, which is this kind of like creamy champagne-y color all over the lid. So I'm using a flat brush to apply that, and as you know, when you apply color to your eyelid, you just tap, 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 tap. You basically just lay the color on your eyelid, and I'm using the S134 from Hakuhodo again. Oh, this is really nice. I haven't used that shade that much. Like on top of trying to use my palettes, I also tend to, when I pick it up, just to have a look at what I use the most and try to get out of my comfort zone. And I don't like to plan my makeup, to be honest with you. I just like and do it as I feel. So I applied Blaze just all over the lid, so I could just stop there. Of course, if you like a very simple pare down look, this is a really nice simple look to go with. I just want to have a bit more fun, so I'm gonna make it a bit more sophisticated, if I could say so. So I'm gonna use Ignite, which is this kind of like coppery brownie shade. Up. And I'm gonna apply that on the outer corner up until like the third of the lid. And I'm gonna pick up a tiny bit more product, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing from the outer corner, the inner corner, I'm sorry, towards the middle. So I'm really staying, it's not complicated to do, so don't be afraid. I'm just basically taking some product, making sure that there is no excess, and just applying it by laying the product, by tapping, and then just kind of brushing it in towards the center of the lid. Same here. Now I'm gonna do that with the other eye. I'm actually starting with the inner corner this time, as you can see. So lay down and then push in, lay down the product and push in. Not complicated. The actual brush helps you place the product. So see how I wanted it to be over here? I just placed the brush exactly in the limit of where I wanted it to be, so that it basically is easier to work. And here I did the exact same thing. I placed it at the limit of where I wanted it to be, and then I push it inwards. There you go. Simple, easy. Now I'm going to be using Accelerate, which is this kind of warmer copper shade, and I'm gonna apply it to the tip on my brush. I'm still using the S134 from Hakuhodo. See how I only put it at the tip, and I'm gonna place it on the very outer corner, and I'm kind of like making a little V with it. And this one I'm kind of brushing out. So again, I'm gonna be doing that. So I place it really at the corner and just bringing it slightly in and kind of brushing it out to just to accentuate the outer corner there. Nothing really special. So again, not complicating the thing, I'm keeping the same brush. I'm gonna use that exact same Accelerate color, and I'm gonna be applying it. Oh, there's a bit of fluff. Oops, there was a bit of fluff on my brush, so okay. So I'm gonna be using it to actually do my lower lash line. So if you look like right in front of you, like right now, for me it's really hard to explain this because I'm obviously looking at the camera, which is over there, and you don't feel like I'm looking straight. But if you look straight into your mirror and then basically just see where your eye is, that's when you're gonna start putting, that's where you want to put the eyeshadow. Hang on, I didn't pick up enough. There you go. The reason being because I want to do like a 3 colors. So I'm doing this third part of the lower lash line with Accelerate. Then I'm going to put another color in the inside and another color in the outside. In the outside of the lower lash line, I'm going to use Double Life, which is this kind of dark brown color. Again, same brush. The reason we can keep using the same brush is because if you noticed, I actually went from light to dark. So we're still good to use that. So again, I'm starting at the limit of where I want that color, and I'm pushing it in towards the other color that I laid down. So this is kind of like bringing in a bit of darkness to the outer corner. I'm gonna put my palette down because I'm gonna need my air. I'm gonna use the color Punk, which is this dark brown here, on the exact same brush, because again, as I said, we use it from dark, from light to dark, so we're good to do that. I'm just slightly straightening my lash line in order to use this as a very subtle and very light eyeliner on the top lash. I'm taking some more, just slightly straightening it up because hey, it's my 39th, so the lids are not beautifully smooth like they used to be. So then whatever is left on my brush, I kind of use it to brush it up as a kind of eyeliner flick. So I'm doing the same here. Why is this one so hard to do on camera? Like, I don't know. Like, don't be afraid. You don't have to be super pressured, but just make sure that you hold your brush really flat and perpendicular and just follow your lashes. If you are afraid of doing that, what you can do is like start by just tapping the color like that rather than doing this. Because that will help you place the color where you want it and be more precise. I'm actually giving a bit more color here. There you go. Okay, so what else? I need the inner corner. I haven't done the inner corner, and I'm gonna be using a smaller brush. There's one I have in mind. Can I find it? Yes. It's the it's the JH42, so Morphe X Jaclyn Hill brush. It's a really tiny flat brush. I'm gonna clean it up because I think I used this the other day with my dark blue look. Yes, definitely. And it has some leftover blue in it, which is gonna mess up my look. Like, I'm gonna use a blue as well, but still, this one is way darker than what I'm planning to use. So I just used the cotton bud to just clean up whatever was left in there. And I'm gonna be using this color here called Big Sky, which is kind of this greeny blue in the inner corner. So again, I want to place the color at the limit of where I want it to be before dragging it down. This is a really good brush to do this kind of thing because it's so tiny. You can just put it exactly where you want it. So again, put it at the limit of where you want the color and then brush in. Oops, didn't pick enough. Gonna do that again, up. So if you're not sure of yourself as well, just like I did, like go, like in this case I didn't make it on purpose, but if you're unsure, just take a very little on your brush and do it. And if it doesn't work, go back in and add up. Good. So cleaning up that little brush again, up on the cotton. There you go. And I'm going to be using Stranded, which is this beautiful color here on the outer corner over here. I like how that catches up the light. Can you see that? It's really beautiful. Okay, I think we're good. I think there's no need for anything else. We're just gonna leave it there for now. If need be, we can come back to it later to finish it up, but I think I'm happy enough with that. So that would be my eyes. Just taking that fluffy brush, or actually even something fluffier like this, which is the Shikuhodo X Beautylish, one of the collection. Okay, good. There you go, that's done. Now I'm gonna be using the NARS. Oh, actually no, I'm gonna be using the Dior Pump and Volume 1. I haven't used it in a while, so let's go and use it. It's getting dry though. I think it's getting to the end of its life, poor thing. To be fair, I use it quite a lot, so. There you go. I'm not too fussed about my eyelashes. I know some people want them to be like super big or anything, but although I enjoy color on my makeup, like my lashes do not bother me. I just want to have them really nice and black and, you know, fanned out. I guess that's my prerequisite for my lashes. Right, so now I'm gonna grab a pencil and I think I'm gonna go for something like a bit metallic and blue to bring in a little bit of oh. I didn't even remember I had this. Huh. I'm gonna be using that. Okay, so blah. Bear with me a second before I put this back. So the one I chose is the LSD color from Urban Decay. It's part of their 24/7 range and it needs to be sharpened. So let's do that. There you go. That's better. So it's kind of like this dark blue metallic. You can't see a thing. Can you? There you go. Kind of like dark blue metallic color, which I think is really pretty. The reason why I chose, let me just get a cotton bud for that. A blue color is because blue is the complementary color to orange in the color wheel. Okay, it needed to be warmed up a bit. There you go. There's a tip for you. If you see that a perfectly working eyeliner that you know works well with you is all of a sudden, you know, quite hard to push in your lower lash line, it's probably not warm enough, and especially because I just sharpened it. So if you have that issue, just use it again on in your hand or something just to kind of warm it up, and you will see that it will help quite a lot. Jesus, this is really tender. There you go, that's way better. So yeah, what I was saying is that the color wheel is quite useful when it comes to finding colors that go together, or basically enhance your eye color and things like that. So with brown eyes, for example, you can, if you really want to highlight the orangey tones on your eyes, you can use something like blues, because they will make pop those orange shades pop out. I'm really enjoying this eyeliner color. I do want to go back to the palette though, just to reinforce those three colors that I pushed on the lower lash line. So I'm starting with Accelerate underneath here. Just because I kind of hid them under the eyeliner. That's nicer. Okay, I'm gonna use Ignite as well, a tiny bit more. Okay. And to finish up, a tiny bit of Punk on the outer corner. There you go. How nice is that? Okay, that's me done. So for lips, I actually saw that I had a small sample of this pencil from Makeup Forever. It's the Artist Color Pencil. The good things about those is that you can use them in the eyes and lips equally. So I'm going to use the color 606, which is Wherever Walnut, on my lips. Let me just clean them up though. I had some of the Clarins, the Éclat Minute Huile Confort, the Instant Lip Comfort from Clarins, just to hydrate. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be grabbing a mirror and I'm going to be contouring my lips just slightly over their natural shape. This is a really good color for me to do this because it's really similar to my natural color. I think I'm gonna even leave it like that. Should I? What do you guys think? Well, first of all, before I do anything, I need to clean up that under eye because I actually had some shadow drop under here. Okay. Is that gone now? Oops, sorry. So what I'm doing right here is basically I'm just grabbing the beauty blender that I used for the foundation, just to make sure that it's well nice and clean. I didn't add any product to it, I'm just using it to kind of clean up everything. Okay, so now the only thing we have left to do is actually blush, highlighter, and bronzer. So highlighter, I'm gonna be using my NARS Albatros, which is this kind of light gold color. And whatever I have left on my brush, I use for the brow bone, which I think I already said this in the video, but it's funny because I was watching a video from Nikki Tutorials one day, and she had a Fenty Beauty makeup artist or creative director or whatever she was, like somebody from Fenty Beauty, saying that this was the secret that we're using on Rihanna's makeup, was to use the same highlight she had on her cheekbones in the brow bone. And I was like, that's funny enough, because for it being a secret, it's something that I've been doing for years. I didn't realize that it was actually a secret. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that sometimes, you know, however little things seem to you, they make them useful to someone else. That's the reason why I wanted to start doing these videos, is so that whatever I learned by doing my makeup every day for years might come in handy to you guys. I mean, you don't need to be a pro to do things well. Sometimes you just come up with your own little tips, and it turns out that some creative director from Fenty Beauty is using it as a trade secret, and you've been doing it for years. So yeah, that is it for the highlight. I didn't really say much. Basically, as always, I brought it up to the brow bone as I normally do, and whatever I have left in the brush I bring in, just to make sure that this area stays kind of like highlighted and clear. But do not go with a strong highlight to do that. Just use something that is normally quite light and natural, and just the smallest amount. So never start there. Basically, just put most of the product elsewhere, and then whatever you have left, go ahead and dot it there. So using my little Hakuhodo brush, to put in some blush, and I think I'm going to be using this I Will Always Love You Love Flush Blush from Too Faced, which is so pretty. I love the design in it. Just smile and put the most of the product in here and then brush it up. So smile, most of the product here, and then brush it up. Sorry for the little bips that you hear every now and then, but I guess some people are wishing me my birthday, so I keep having little notifications in my iPad that I actually left next to me, even if I'm not using it. So that's what you have been hearing for a little while. Just putting this back up. Am I the only one that is really funny when I'm doing my makeup? I keep on putting things away. I don't like leaving it in front of me. Whatever I use, I put it back. And I know this might be annoying to some of you guys, because when I don't do my makeup in the living room like I did on my last video, you're basically hearing all the little drawers and everything going on in the background. So I hope you don't mind that. I'm using the Soleil Teint de Chanel to bronze up my face in this very old but very well loved face brush from Dior. So, hopla. The good thing is about this product is that it's totally foolproof. So this is the type of product that you want to invest in. If you're scared of bronzer and you're just like, oh my god, I'm probably gonna look like a crazy person using that. Well, no. If you're really doubting your skills, which you shouldn't, but anyhow, if you are doubting them, then this is totally foolproof. There's no way you can mess it up. You just can't. So the way I'm doing it is like, I'm doing the classic 3 shape, okay, which is where the bronzer should go to warm up the perimeter of your face. And then I'm also doing like in my cheekbones, just slightly, and I do round motions up towards the blush, so that everything blends in together nicely. Oops, I have one of my hairs. Oh, it's still there. Ah, there you go. Doesn't that drive you crazy when that happens? This is so nice because it's a really neutral color. It's like, it's not cold, it's not too warm, so you can use it to warm up the face, but at the same time it doesn't look weird if you use it to contour at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like a very easy product. So I think that's it for me, apart from the fact that we probably need a bit of a spritzing on the face. Let me just grab that if I can. Gee, I have this new mirror just in front of where I leave my sprays. So this is just a MAC Fix Plus. Oh, it feels so nice. Oh, let me just get a little fan. I think we're good, guys. Oh, you know what I completely forgot? my eyebrows, and they're looking kind of funny, so I'm gonna be using my Benefit Give Me Brow just to clean them up a bit. Oops. There's some product at the top of the brush that I hadn't seen. So I basically just use it to brush up the eyebrows. I very rarely do my eyebrows on camera, guys, and the reason being that I don't do much to them, to be honest, first of all. And secondly, my eyebrows are so dark, and I think I'm quite lucky that I have my eyebrows to be like this. So like I don't really feel the need to fill them in or something like that. I just make sure that I really keep them neat and tidy, and that's about it. I guess we all need to have some good things and some parts that, you know, you're more lucky than others, and I guess my eyebrows are definitely my lucky part. So there you go, guys. That's it for today's look. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for spending this time with me. If you have any questions or anything, just do let me know in the comments. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna thank you again and hope you give me a thumbs up if you appreciate the video, and subscribe if you wanna, you know, hang out with me another time. Mwah. Bye bye.